Hey guys, Agent Not So Lazy here. As you read the title, the pack Huntress Voruna is back at it again. I remember making a video at the start of the year when I showcased Voruna being the headshot hunter due to the lichens generating a lot of energy orbs which could lead a room filled with energy orbs, as well as spreading a lot of status using Fangs of Raksha and sweep the room altogether. And this year we had a really lot of good updates in Warframe, which gave us access to a host of new mods and arcades. And while I didn't play this game almost for like 6 months, for past 1 month, I've been playing Warframe a lot. And these new mods and arcades are like just cherry on the top. You improve every existing build and just slot in the new items. That's why you may see some of my new builds may have like 6 to 8 formats because I ended up forming a lot of builds from scratch once more. So with that being said, I'm going to showcase 2 of my builds that I'm using on Voruna lately, and it requires very minimal effort from my end because all I do is press a few buttons and have a bit of a keen eye and the whole room is empty. That's how good the builds are in my opinion. So these builds may have a lot of variation I can suggest, but this is what I personally enjoy while enjoying old builds as well. They are still viable, but the inclusion of this new arcanes and mods really just elevated to the whole other experience level. The first build I want to showcase is a revision to my older build of the Headhunter Voruna. I was having energy troubles when I was running the old build, but now I think so I had equilibrium, but I was still running arcane energies because I was still finding it hard to build energy sustainably. But now, with the new build, if you have seen, I'm running 3 Tau Force Violet shards this time. Yeah, it was quite a bit of investment, I have to say. I know many of you won't be using that, so equilibrium is still a viable option. But yeah, this has some really good implications. Like, okay, the build has changed slightly from last time because I'm running Arcane Impetus this time, which gives me a bit of ability strength and efficiency if I don't mistake for the Arcane. And this helps us spread the status even more. Because I threw up the equilibrium for a bit more range, now I can just spread the status in like 12 meters approximately, which is pretty big radius I have to say. Like when I'm doing a mission, like if you see the video which is going in the background, like this is with the same build by the way. So yeah, while I'm still building Saito 9, I thought maybe using the evade of Saito 9 is going to be really good. Helminth subsume on her, replacing her first ability, which is the Lycan's Hunt, if I don't mistake. So yeah, because see, that thing was only buffing your the melee damage, which was like critical multiplier. But since I'm running a gun build that did benefit much, so evade would be a much better option because first thing, you get a self heal. Second, you can stay invisible throughout the mission as long as you're getting these headshot kills and extending the duration. While the duration is like I'm having like a bit of like 100% duration, so it's gonna be capped at like 40 seconds. So you have to get pretty quick headshot kills back to back with this build. That won't be a problem as far as I understand, because once you have the third and the second ability going, the loop will go on and you will be killing the room in no time. Sometimes you'll have hard time fighting enemies. That's how strong it is. So yeah, this is kind of something like a bit of a personal preference. I prefer Voruna in her normal state, that is without any helminth subsumed onto her. Well, Saito 9 is a really good inclusion on her. I mean, not inclusion on her, more like his ability of helminth will be a good inclusion on her. I think her original form is still pretty strong, and she's a very powerful balanced damage dealer, I have to say. Okay, that's enough for the old build, but there's something I wanna show you guys, which is like came out of me reading the the augment descriptions in the factions mod vendor list, and a bit from the circuit, because you know how you get the decree for every completion of decree fragment of the next zone. That's how I was like, okay, how can I improve and make this as a part of the Voruna's build? So that's when this build came in. So this is something I'm really enjoyed, and this was more like coming across by a very, what do they say? I forgot. Anyway, this is the build I was using. This is gonna use two of our augments, and this build is so busted that you can literally run naked Voruna. That is unmodded, but you need the augments because if you did the Grendels mission, if you know, you can run augments but not any of the modify mods. So if you go into that mission, even on Steel Path, I think so you can clear the mission just by using Voruna because under this, enable a third ability, second ability, go into the ult, kill enemies, the cycle will repeat. That's how strong it is. So yeah, I mean that's how busted it is. But anyway, now this is how the build is I'm using right now in Varuna, because this thing deals a lot of funny numbers as a damage. Oh, I almost. Anyways, back well speaking. Anyway, back to this. So this build is so busted in my opinion that I was like, okay, that's a lot of funny numbers. It's been a while I've seen big damage numbers in Warframe because I have been playing a lot of Necros. And I didn't play Warframe for like 6 months in the past, so yeah. That gives me like two updates which I almost skipped on, that being Jade Shadows, though I came to play the quest, and the Kome's 5 Fates. Anyway, this is really hard hitting power frame. Even the acolytes which spawns on Steel Path almost get one shot because imagine you go invisible using the Lycat's Hunt. The acolyte gets highlighted. Tag it with the second ability. Like 2-3 times. Just one tap from the ult and it's dead. That's how strong it is. Yeah, I know. Anyway, that's enough of me glazing up Voruna's ult ability because this build mainly focuses on being the ult. But there's one downside of this build. She can't kill bosses, though she's a very good room cleaner. Like she'll suck every enemy dry and they'll die within like seconds. But bosses are immune to her ability because, you know, they can't be targeted by her ability. That's sad, I know. Especially when you go into the Tech Rot or any of the Health Scrub mission being a part of Warframe 99's update, there is Babaus. Those guys really don't like I can't, as long as they have the overguard I can target them with the abilities, but once the overguard is gone, that's it, you have to pull out your guns. You can't use it. Anyway, that's why I said that you can use the second ability to split the ability, I mean the status, while using the Headhunter pistol which I used previously as. So this is the whole kit I'm using on Voruna. So yeah, it's still dealing like what, 19 million on every credit. It's pretty funny seeing that big numbers. Anyway, now that I've showcased my build, there's a few things I would like to suggest that can make you come a bit closer to Voruna's damage power level if you are still a new player and don't have access to all the mods. That being, first thing is, actually I have a note written in the side, this is referred to it. That being, as a general rule of thumb, you want to scale it off of the ability strength, critical damage, and melee damage bonuses. So the Arcane like Mold Augmented and Arcane Fury are really good choice for if you don't have access to new Arcanes or Mold Augmented as well. So as well, there's one more thing. If you're having trouble running out of energy, Arc Energize as always. Even at rank 0, Arc Energize is as strong as a rank 5. So as long as you have it on her, it's going to be all good for you. Because as long as you get those headshot kills, you're going to be not running out of energies. And if you are still finding it a bit hard because of spamming all the abilities like you see in the video, you're going to have a really good time. I understand that having 3 purple Tau 4 stars is really a big investment. Well, I used 2 of the red Arcane shards. I thought like to replace them as my Tau 4s of purples. But then I realized that I don't have sufficient energy to scale up of the melee crit bonus. So yeah, I stopped there. Warframe's meta has been a really self-sustaining meta. That being, you deal damage, you can self-heal and you can restore your energy. Voruna is a really good example of that with the this thing. I forgot the update's name, but yeah. I really forgot the update's name, damn. See, that's why I say I need to keep the notes sometimes. Anyway, so yeah. Equilibrium is one thing I'll say is a must on Voruna. Then second would be as cramp as much ability strength as possible, even if it means you drop off your efficiency. Because see, once you get the kills, you're gonna get the energy back anyway. Through Equilibrium, that being through health orbs or the energy orbs. So yeah, with that being said, that's all for today guys. I hope you had fun watching this Warframe video. And this is the holiday season, so hope you guys are having a good time with your family in the holiday season. And as always, take care, stay safe. I'll see you next time. Peace the hell out. Lazy out.